Hey everybody, welcome back to this Let's Play of Final Fantasy II for the PlayStation. I am Drak, and where are we? What? Welcome everybody to the first time that one of the biggest staples of the Final Fantasy franchise debuted. Not only did Sid debut in this game, but our cute and cuddly yellow birds of transportation, the Chocobos, also debuted in this game. This also debuted one of the better... Not better, but one of the long-lasting themes of Nobuo Uematsu in his musical scores. Not only did he do, like, the opening archipelagos or the victory themes, but for pretty much all the games that the Chocobo has been introduced, there has been a new variation on the Chocobo song that we're hearing right now. Or you just barely heard, but you can literally look it up on YouTube. In fact, one of the things I do recommend is go look up Brental Floss's... rendition of the Chocobo song with lyrics. I loved it. In fact, anything Final Fantasy he does is absolutely awesome. Alright, and this is the first time that we've actually seen the Emperor of Palamecia, the supposed villain, aside from the intro cinematic. Let's begin the battle. The winner will be rewarded with the beautiful Hilda of Finn. Okay. Well, alright, well, let's see what's going on here. Oh, that's a very big gate right there. Oh, uh-oh. That's a very big creature. We are apparently gladiators in the arena right now. This seems like it was a trap! Of course. This is another staple of the Final Fantasy franchise. This monster comes back every now and again, but not in so many games. That is the Behemoth. So... we're going to go ahead and take him out really quick, but as you can see, he's fairly impervious to physical attacks. We're going to have to rely a lot on Maria. But you can also see that some of my HP has been improved. Gordon, unfortunately, I didn't improve too much, but at this point, I think we can keep him alive. Frankly, I just don't want to work with the guy. He frustrates me. Ooh, that was actually a pretty big hit. But now we have Fire 6. And that's almost 300 points of damage. So we're moving along. Now people might actually, and I'm gonna bring this up. I don't normally do this with some of this stuff, but for some reason the video got kind of weird in this part. I don't know why. If I will try and fix it, but if it's still kind of doing it, I apologize. I can assure you, however, that later parts do not do this. So, I don't know what happened here specifically, but glitches happen, I guess. People might also notice that Furion is not using the Crescent anymore. That's correct. I actually took Layla's Wing Blade off of her and gave it to Furion because that's still a huge attack power boost for him. So in the meantime, until I get Layla back, which I will, I'm just going to use the Wing Blade on Furion. And the Behemoth goes down, so we have taken care of the trap laid out for us. Excellent. Now you shall have your reward. Really? You're the bad guy, dude. Now's your chance to get the Emperor. Alright, we gotta run! We can end this war here and now! We've gotta do it! You've put on a wonderful show, Furion. You thought I didn't know who you are? Oh, Fiddlesticks. Come on! I don't even know why I went to Fiddlesticks. No, it's Batman! Fools! Take them down to their cells! And where's Rachel? Calm down, Dark Knight. Now's not the time for fear. That comes later. An iron grill bars the way. Oh, but look, it's our friend Pavel. He's come to help us. Huh? Why, you little... Judo chop! Yes, I went for the Austin Powers reference. So there's my thanks for saving me from the mines. You'd better get moving. Okay, so it looks like Pavel followed us all the way here. Knew that we were going to get into a trap, obviously. Almost kind of makes you wonder if he's kind of in on the game. I don't know. Now, we are going to make a few stops for items here and there. As you guys can see, I just barely got a cottage, an elixir, and an ether. The elixir is going to be kind of helpful later on in the game. So, and if I don't have to buy one, that's even better. Now, there isn't actually too much to this tournament area, but as you can see, there is Princess Hilda. We are going to go rescue her. Wow, the Emperor of Polynesia has kind of an attachment towards undead. I don't know if I can explain it better than that, but yeah, he's got a little bit of attachment to that. Let's see if we can make this work. Now, we're going to kind of pull out the stops here, since I do have a cottage and I can use it outside of the Colosseum. Even though these guys aren't that hard, I am going to start utilizing Maria's magic to speed up battles a little bit. Of course they go to the one that oh boy. Come on, Gus! You can survive! That's because at least a majority of these guys are dead. Yeah, once I get higher MP pools, guys, get used to me just nuking the crap out of everything that's on the screen. I just want to wait until I have more MP to do that, because it's kind of a reckless concept when you have big bad bosses. And it looks like Gus's HP went up, even though he doesn't really need that. He's higher than everybody. Yeah, it takes 3 cure spells to bring him up to speed, and that's cure 8. So... Alright, now we know where the princess is. We need to free her before we can leave. Kind of like the Dreadnought. We can't destroy the Dreadnought until we save the princess. And here is a new enemy, the Parasite. I'm trying to think. Yeah, he's going to show up from here on in, different colors, things like that. And he's just kind of a pain here. Because I do believe that certain... Yeah, he actually will try and siphon magic points. So I don't want him hearing Furion or Maria. And on top of that, only certain spells will work, and I think other spells will heal them. So I actually had to look into the guide and go, okay, what magic is it? Otherwise, if I use other magic, it'll heal him. And I don't want that. I don't want my MP being wasted here. Thankfully, they're just attacking Gus, and Gus doesn't really have any MP, so joke's on them. I have no problem with them attacking Gus, because that's just one heal target, and on top of that, he has no MP to waste. Oh boy. This is one of the downsides of going through these dungeons, is that they do kind of make it very one path, and you can't get to your objective any easier than that. And in the meantime, you're subject to random battles whenever they want to come up. Alright, who am I going to take with me? 200 on all of them, and only one died. That's okay. We'll just keep strengthening our spells and nuking the ever-living crap out of you. Now, unfortunately, this is kind of a waste of a spell, just because there's only one enemy on the screen. Alright, are we going to make it to the princess's cell? Yes, we did. Okay, cool. Princess, we'll get you out of here. This better not be another trap. Hilda, are you alright? Gordon, you came for me? Gordon, we'll get the guard's attention, so take the princess and go. Alright, be careful. It's okay, we'll be fine. I'm just kind of worried about the princess right now. Okay, so Gordon has officially left the party. I made sure to take care of any gear that he didn't necessarily have, or that he didn't necessarily need to have before this, but yeah. So we're actually going to have to make the trek back to Altair with 3 people. And that hurt because that was Furion getting attacked. That's MP I don't have anymore. Quite a bit, too. That was enough for 2 cure spells. Ooh, can we get the spell off? Can we get a spell off? Oh, there's 1 down. Nice 5. That hurt a bit. I should take out 1 more. Cool. Now we only have 4 left. There's another cure spell right there. I do not like these parasites when they can siphon off enough MP to cast a spell. That'll take care of these guys. Yay! And unfortunately, I do not think I can use the warp spell here. And on top of that, I probably wouldn't want to. There really isn't too much to this dungeon. We literally just have to go up 1 more floor and we're almost out of here. Oh look, more undead. It's not like we've seen a ton of these already. Ice 8. I always worry when they have more than I do. That didn't hurt that much, but I always worry when they have higher spells than I do. That's 1 dead. Fire 6. We can take another one with us. Another Ice 8. Urgh. These both know Ice 8. That's a pain in the butt now. What the heck? And now I have to be especially careful because I did take a little bit of damage and I don't have that much MP anymore. I have to get out and use the cottage. Of course, right as I'm making the turn. I swear, when I record these things, I have the worst luck when it comes to random encounters. When I'm not recording, I kind of have to fight for it. Okay, that was a miss. And that'll kill this guy. Yay, I didn't have to use magic. And magic defense went up. That'll help later. Excuse me, guys, if I seem a little coffee and sniffly, you know, unfortunately I kind of am regularly, but it also is flu season, and unfortunately when I work at a school and my wife works at in the medical profession, you can't really avoid flu season. No, you really can't. Ooh, we got the zombies at least. Can we get this Doom pedal out of the way? This is actually another new design, by the way. And it's an interesting one because later on we actually will come across yet another monster staple of the Final Fantasy franchise, which is the Marlboro. Which, for people who have played the Final Fantasy games, you know the pain that I'm talking about. For those who don't, they are the worst enemy to run into and you want to kill as quick as possible. Why? Because they have an ability called Bad Breath, which will literally take every status element in the game and give it to you. It is such a pain in the butt in some games. They are so... I'm not gonna lie. Especially in the 3D iterations, they are annoying. Okay, so we are out of the Colosseum. Now we actually have to make our way back to the Chocobo Forest so that we can make our way back to Altair. And now we kind of are coming in contact with the enemies that are regular in Palamecia. one of which is the ant lion. And we'll even see later that the Chimera from the Sacred Spring, he is now a regular monster. He's not just a boss. Thankfully, Maria can take out one with just one spell. So this is especially helpful since these guys hit, 200-300 easy. Okay, cool. The antlion is dead, so now we can make even more progress upward. Now, one of the questions that I do get, and while we're walking our way over, is, I always go over this in some of these, which is what I am currently playing. Unfortunately, I've kind of let people know what I have been playing over the last week or so. It is the middle of a semester, so it's hard to get in gameplay time. But I have been in... obviously, I've been playing Assassin's Creed 3, and I also gave my update on Dragon Warrior in my last part. And so I'm working my way through Dragon Warrior 2. One of the other games that I've been playing, and I do get flack for this a little bit because I'm working so hard on the older games that people do ask me, okay, when are you going to start playing current stuff? Well, I think I covered Broken Age in one of my I think a few weeks ago because I beat it then. And then I've also been playing the Wolf Among Us, and I think at the time when I gave my update, I was through episode 1 and about half of episode 2. I've finished that. I gotta say, that has almost made me want to pick up the Fable comic, just because of the story. Wow, that has a lot of twists and turns, and like everything that I expect to happen doesn't. But it has been a thrill ride from start to finish, and I can't wait for the other games. I really can't. But unfortunately, that's about as current as I have played. I did for Broken Age because I was actually participating in that Kickstarter, so I wanted to make sure that point-and-click adventures would still have a place in this day and age, and I wanted to pay Tim Schafer to do that. The other person that I'm also very happy to say that I'm supporting is Jane Jensen, who has 2 adventure games in the works right now. She's got the remake of Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers, and then she also has her new IP Mobius, and I'm very excited for that as well. Yes, I'm a bit of a point-and-click adventure fanatic, and that's never going to change. I love point-and-clicks, and I really want to see them stay around. Okay, so we finally made it to the Chocobo Forest. We're going to go ahead and grab our little feathered friend again. You've caught a Chocobo! And as people might have guessed, these are one-time uses. If you get off the Chocobo, he will run away. So you have to be really careful with this, but the music is well worth it. I do love the song. Although I will admit, and here's the thing, other Final Fantasy fans have their favorite iterations, and I would love to hear what you guys' favorite ones are. Mine, especially, are some of the earlier ones. I actually... Like, for example, I don't have a problem with 13, but, like, 6 and 7 aren't exactly my favorite ones. And so I might get a little bit of hatred for that. It's not that I hate them, it's just that with their techno beats, it's not as fun for me. But again, that's me. Okay, so we made it to Poft. And I think we are going to hit the end before we take off back to Altair. Unfortunately, I really wish we could keep these Chocobos just to make trekking through the land a little bit easier, but unfortunately that is not the case. So sad. Alright, so now let's take our ship and head over to Paloom, and then to Altair. Hopefully Gordon and Hilda have made it by now. But it is Gordon, so I'm afraid that the princess has been kidnapped again. Let's face it, Gordon is not exactly the most adept He's kind of a wussy. Yay! And I have actually gotten questions, why do I draw out these battles? Because it's not like you're going to get a whole lot done. It's really that I'm just kind of strengthening my spells, because I don't see a reason to not work on that. There will be dungeons and later times where I will just decide against it, because the spells are where I want them. This isn't one of those times. Okay, so now we are in Paloom. Let's just go ahead and make our way to Altair. We don't have to use the inn in Paloom. Nothing's really hurting us. That's the fun part here, is that I keep coming back to an area that doesn't hurt me at all anymore. At one point, I was grinding on these things. That was so long ago. That's actually one thing I do like in both Final Fantasy and Dragon Warrior. If you get high enough, enemies will start running away from you. It's like, that's actually kind of legit, because I'm probably pretty intimidating to them now. Okay, so now we are in Altair. Let's see if Gordon and Hilda made their way here. Oh, well, there's a guard out here. We'll use the inn really quick, because it's free! Can you turn down a free trip to the inn? I thought not. Okay, let's head over to the Rebel headquarters. Oh, it's kind of empty right now. I wonder what's going on. Okay. The Empire has apparently abducted everybody. Well, this is the King's room. So I'm not expecting the King to be there. No Hilda in here. So what the heck? Everybody's gone! Something big must be going on. Okay, well maybe that guard outside can tell us. Our rebel force has risen at last. First, we must re-win Castle Finn. Okay, now we see where they're going. Princess Hilda, Prince Gordon, they should all be at the camp outside the castle. Okay, so what has happened in the meantime while we were off rescuing Hilda is the rebel forces were... please go join them at once, we need your help. The rebels have basically been putting a fortification right next to Castle Finn, and now it's time in the campaign where we are going to retake Castle Finn. From the Empire. So now we gotta go meet up with Hilda and Gordon and the rest of the rebel forces at the camp, and then take back Finn. From here on, as soon as we take it, Finn will be kind of what Altair was, where we're going to be reporting back to Hilda and Gordon frequently in Finn. We can still go to Altair, that's fine, but there really won't be much left to do there. And in the meantime, I'm cheating. I don't want random encounters, so I'm taking the river. And there's Gatreya, and there is the rebel camp. So now we have gotten here, and I think, yes, we're actually going to go ahead and take a break for the week. So next time, we will start our campaign to take back Castle Finn.